Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Let's go Blues?
Let's go Blues!
Right? Here's another one. Oh my God, Scandella's the worst fucking defenseman, and I'm sorry, I'm going off. I'm pissed. I'm so sick and tired here. Scandella's so fucking bad. He can't play worth a shit. Fucking Trent Scandella for a goddamn bag of pucks. Right the fuck now.
Shitty, crappy, but always on Blue Note Fan Report. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I am Guy. I am the Hawaii Blues fan, and I will always be the Hawaii Blues fan no matter where I am, because that's who I am. How are you doing? Yay, me. Okay, I'm back. How are you guys doing today? Well, I'm calling today a bitch and pitch Saturday. That's right. Share the show out to wherever you want, because it's bitch and pitch. I'm going to let you bitch about what's wrong with the Blues, which is great, but then I want you to pitch to me an idea to make them better. What do you think needs to be done to turn this team around? All right, this is for you guys. So make sure you share it out. Talk to your friends. Let's make this a fun, exciting show. And tell me what you think. I want to hear you guys. It'll just be me today. I know Ashley's got a really hard biology test coming up, and she's got to remember like all the names and spell right correctly the names of the digestive system. And man, if I had to take that test, I'd just turn it in with a blank paper, because I'll tell you what they are. I can't spell them. Hell, I can't even spell my name right half the time. You guys have seen me post stuff in here. I have misspellings all over the place. Right? And that's what a spell checker. I still screw it up. Yep, that's me, the screw up. But hey, that's all it is. That's what it is. Where am I at? I'm lost. Lost on a Saturday. Oh, there we go. Ashley's telling us what the 3 sections of the small intestine are. I told her, she asked me if we wanted to talk about small intestine. I said, hey, mine talk to me all the time. You guys have heard it. You guys have heard it a lot. That's what it is. That's what I deal with. My GERD. You guys know more about my GERD than just about anybody. Where are we at? Hockey pants are athletic something. I can't read that. Lederhosen. Yeah, I'd say that. I mean, I should put that picture up here. I have it on my phone. I don't have it on my computer, Chris, of when I got my jersey, right? And oh man, I look so pitiful. Oh, I look pitiful. Absolutely pitiful in that picture. Maybe what I can do here in a little bit, I can go grab one of my cords and plug into my phone and try and download that picture and show it. But oh man, I look pitiful in that picture. Absolutely pitiful. I think the only thing I'm trying to do is not fall on my ass. Right? I mean, gosh, guys. I really do. I miss you guys. I miss you guys a lot. But come on, man. It's your chance. Pitch and bitch. So let's pitch, or bitch and pitch, I said. Say bitch and pitch. Here's your chance to bitch about the Blues, right? And let's get, let them have it. Absolutely, let them have it. Go all in and let them have it. What do you think? What do you see? What do you feel? Right? And I'll do my bitch, right? My bitch comes down, and it's been a bitch I've had for a while. You don't know how to play in the neutral zone, right? You're playing in neutral zone. You have guys standing still at the damn blue line. That's not how it works. You need guys moving forward. Or even if they're moving east and west, at least moving so when they get the puck, they can turn. If they're stopped, the guy that's in front of them stopped too. They both have to pick up momentum. You can't pass them. I like that. I don't have a problem with that. I think O'Reilly's playing like a third line center right now. Right? And I keep hearing this stuff. Oh, he misses Perron. He doesn't have his buddy Perron. You know what? I'll tell you something. If one player leaving a team makes a team fall apart that bad, that you were never a team. You were never a team. Never, ever a team. And I don't believe that with these guys. I think there's too many players on this that know what a team means. And if O'Reilly is that butthurt over Perron leaving, maybe he needs to go talk to Perron, because Perron left on his own. Okay? Perron left on his own. They didn't negotiate with the Blues. They didn't get back to the Blues. They heard what the Blues had to say at the end of the season and never responded. Well, is that the Blues' fault? It's not. Right? Now, Husso is doing better than expected. I will say that. But it's still early. And here's the thing. I don't think Bennington's played that bad. I think the 90% of the issues are not Bennington. Okay? Bennington has played really, really well. He's been hung out to dry. They've allowed passes through that they shouldn't have allowed. They've allowed guys in front that they're not covering. Right? There's a whole bunch of that going on that we're just not seeing. Jason Nichols, you put that thumb in the air. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Anybody who puts them thumbs in the air, both on Facebook and YouTube, and even if you like it on. See, Ashley, my digestive system's talking to you now. Even if you like it on Twitter, I greatly appreciate it. I never get any Twitter likes on these feeds. Almost never. I get one or two, and I get a couple of retweets, but you know what? I don't get shit on my Twitter. I have 1,500 Twitter followers, and I bet you 1,400 of them are fake, because I put stuff on Twitter and it gets nothing at all. But that's it. It is what it is. Ashley Jones adding in there, my co-host Ashley. Come on, guys, let's hear your bitches. Don't make me sit here all alone and just talk and hear myself talk. That's too damn hard. Kevin Nash Dixon, hello. Defensemen are breaking coverage. Yes, I will do that. Okay, well, I don't get to see that then directly on your Twitter. So, that's good. I didn't know that. Defensemen are lacking coverage. I don't know how much of it is on defense per se, because Kevin, this is something that I believe with the Blues, and I think I've seen it this year so far. Their defense comes through their offense, and when they've been offensive, they've been a damn good team. But they've only won one game where they've scored less than 3 goals. And they've every game where they've scored less, every other game that they scored less than 3 goals, they've lost. Right? If you go back through their record right now, if I go to their schedule and I pull it up, it's not going to be pretty at all. Right? This team, it feels like they have to score the 3 goals, and that shouldn't be it. You got to be able to win those low-scoring games. You got to keep some of these games low-scoring. And this team does not play that style of defense. I mean, they haven't. Everyone thinks that we're this heavy team. And even in 19, okay, in 18, 19, you could see where our defense came from our offense, right? You look at Game 7, we should have absolutely been way behind in Game 7, but those two goals, the deflection and then Petrangelo's game winner, those two goals changed the scope of the game. That offense, those two goals really changed how the game was, and it took Boston out of their game. Absolutely took Boston out of their game. The Blues did it against Edmonton. Okay? They got that goal and got Edmonton behind, and Edmonton got away from their game, and then the Blues pressured them. Well, they haven't done it since, right? They haven't done it since. And they've had the second game they played against Edmonton, they played that game really, really well. I was not upset with that game, but every other one since then, I've been, has been in bad. So here we go. They beat, let's get into the right schedule here. Okay. Boy, my thing's acting up. So they beat Columbus 5-2. Scored more than 3 goals. They beat Seattle 4-3, scored more than 3 goals. They beat Edmonton 2-0, right? And that's the game they won where they scored less than 2 goals, or 3 goals. They lost to Winnipeg 4-0, lost to Edmonton 3-1, lost to Nashville 6-2, lost to the Kings 5-1. Lost to Montreal 7-4. That's the only game they've scored more than 3 goals that they've won. So they are 1-4. All right? If I got that right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1-4. 1-4-0 when scoring less than 2 games. Actually, no, I'm missing one. Because of the last game, right? That was a debacle too. They scored 2 goals. So they're 1-5 when scoring less than 2 goals or 3 goals. 1-5. And this schedule coming up is not any easier. Shit, you got Boston, Philadelphia, San Jose, Vegas, Colorado, Chicago, and 5 of those 6 games are away games. You have a back-to-back game between Boston and Philly. Then you play Chicago away, come home the next night and play the Capitals. With the Ducks right behind it, you have a home and home. You have back-to-back home games against the Ducks a day apart. You play them on the 19th and 21st. There's some. This team is in a lot of issues. It needs to come up with that. Okay, where are we at here? Okay, then it's too many Chiefs, not enough Indian mindset. Now that I can agree with. That I think I'm starting to see a little bit. Now maybe bench Ryan for a game. Tell media a few, but tell media it's a flaw or something, but let our room say it's our play. Yeah, something like that. I maybe Shockey. The Blues are trash. They might lose 10 straight games. I don't think that's going to happen. But it's great to have a what do you call it? A troll. Thank you. Not Blues related, but Alex Soccer got the first win. Way to go, Alex. This is our 4th tournament, our 12th game. Got the win. I'm going to say it was the coach. No, it was the play of Alex. It was all Alex. All right, there we go. said that about, who is this? Let's see if I can figure out who this is real quick. Oh, Kevin Dixon. Okay, there we go. Oh, well, first it shows your name and then it doesn't show your name. Huh. I know it showed your name because when you said, oh, no, that's different. I seen your name there. It was, let me go to the other one. Erickson Krieger. There we go. Hopefully they're just getting this out of their system. Jason Nichols, that's who said about the too many Chiefs. Thank you, Ashley. I got it now. I'm getting there. Hopefully they're just getting this out of their system. Hey, Erickson, how you doing, man? Yeah, it was Jason. I don't know why his name's not showing. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. That's me, Jason. I'm in the wrong feed. No problem, Jason. Doesn't matter, man. I just appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you, Matt Park, Ashley Jones, and Jason Nichols. And for those of you that stayed with me yesterday, you know, when I did and I don't want to call it a show, I just kind of talked on my Facebook page and on my group page, you know, to just let me ramble on like I did for a while. I appreciate that. I really do. I know. You know, I'm doing what I can, guys. I really am. I'm doing what I can. I know that doesn't sound the best, but I'm doing what I can. Right? I don't know how long today's show is going to be. I mean, we're just going to kind of wing it, and I'm going to keep talking. I got 9 people watching. I'm surprised, man. 2 on Guy Bensing, 4 on the Hawaii Blues Fan Clan, and 2 on YouTube. Well, okay. The Blues are his second favorite team. Well, I thank you, Columbus Blue Jacket Warrior. I think that's who you are. Welcome to the show, by the way. I don't know if you've been on here before. I can't remember, but we greatly appreciate it. Yes, I can. So Jason, what happens is I try and put all the comments up on the screen so you can see them. Because the way it works. So right now there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 streams of this show right now. 4 streams allow me to see your comments. So Guy Bensing, the BlueNote Fan Report, which almost nobody watches. I put it on there, but nobody watches. The Hawaii Blues Fan Clan, and YouTube. Well, the thing is, in each one of those, you can only see what the person in your stream post, right? So what I do is I try and show all the comments so you can see not just the comments in your stream, but what other people are posting, right? I put it in all the streams. I put it in that many streams to try and get it out as much as I possibly can, right? You know, would I love this show to be, you know, have 100 people watching and, you know, so many comments I can't keep up and I need a moderator and somebody to help me? Absolutely, I would. Not gonna lie, but you know what? This is what I got. This is what makes me happy. Right? Talking to you guys, meeting Blues fans, talking to different Blues fans. Believe it or not, this makes me happy. It's tough sometimes. It is tough sometimes. It's tough to do this, right? Ashley knows that. Ask Ashley. Ashley, when Ashley first started this, she thought this was going to be easy, right? She really did. She told, you know, oh, I can do this, no problem. I didn't leave anybody. Are you a Blue Jacket Warrior? Are you a part of the Warriors hockey program? I think that's what Shaki's asking there. because we are part. Well, I'm an honorary member of the Blues Warrior hockey program. So maybe that's what he's asking there, right? I don't know if the Jackets have one. Your irresistible personality. This doing a show like this, and even when I just did the pre-program shows, were, I mean, they would take the shows that I used to do where I recorded it and then posted it. It would take 12 hours to do a 1 hour show, right? A 30-minute show would take 9 to 10 hours. I mean, there was a lot that went into it. Oh, okay. I get it now. Now I get it. So yeah, there's 4 watching on Guy Bensing, only 1 on the Hawaii Blues Fan Clan, and 2 on YouTube. When I first started this, I thought I was going to blow up. I really did. I thought it would blow up quickly. Thought people would find it funny. I thought people would like me, and I pushed it too much. I get that. My abrasive personality. I get it. There's nothing that I'm sorry. I have an abrasive personality. I'm passionate, and that's sometimes can be a bad word, right? And I try to bring that passion to you every day. Yeah, Jason, 12 hours. Well, when I first started doing this, I was working 2 jobs. I was delivering food for Bite Squad and Pizza Hut. I would get home at 11 o'clock at night, start filming a show. The game would come on at 2, and sometimes I didn't get the show up till 1:30. Right? I mean, I got like no sleep. And then I'd have to go back to work. I didn't get to watch the games. I was working. So I had to do all of that. I got very little sleep when I was doing it. Oh, you're right. Actually, it is a lot of fun, but it takes, it takes a lot of energy. I spend game days, man. There's game days. I spend 3 or 4 hours going over stuff, right? I might go back and watch the team we played's last game just to get an idea. Go back and read articles about it. Read the articles that were released by the Blues writers, right? Read Twitter. I go through Twitter. I'm not in the groups. Actually, I found a way. I think I know a way to get me back in the groups. But if I do it, I got to be really quiet about it. But I think that way, at least I can I can start chatting again. I can start, well, not chatting, but at least get a better feel for what people are talking about, right? I think I have a way to do that. When it comes down to it, right? I put energy into this. I put a lot of energy into this. Ashley's seen me. I mean, I don't know. I've heard, we've talked about this a little bit. The event I had at Don Brown Chevrolet and things that were said about me about that event and some other things. I put, and this is no joke, this is no lie, I put over $5,000 into that event. Right? Now this camera was a large part of that. And yes, I've used the camera for other things. But if it wasn't for that event, I was not getting this camera. Right? I would have used my other 30-minute camera and just done the little click times because I could do it. I didn't want to do it for that event. I needed something better. I needed something more. I put a lot into it. And that 4 hours of talking. And again, I got blocked on Facebook, so it was only on YouTube. And I didn't have a lot of people watching it, but I did the best I could. I put a lot of energy into it, and I've been torn up for it, and said that I did certain things, and then I just did it for me and other things, and I was upset that I didn't get my name put out there. Well, you know what? Yeah, I was upset. I will admit that. I was upset that when they did an interview, did not mention me at all. Thanked Don Brown, thanked the vendors, thanked everybody else but me. And I was the one that set that up. I put a lot of energy into that. I worked really hard for that, and that event could have really lifted the STL fan report to a real level, and it didn't. That event actually destroyed the fan report. But I'm not giving up. I am going to get the fan report website back up. It's going to take me a little bit of time. I gotta, I own the website for another year and 2 months. So I paid for 2 years. I got to get a hold. I got to find the ones that I put it through. I can't find them right now. So I can find, and find a new server and start up again. Right? And that's what I'm going to try and do. Well, Jason, and here's the one thing. A lot of people don't think I've only been doing this for like a year or so. I've been doing this is my 5th season. 5th season of doing this. I started this. There's guys, there's other hockey guys out there that started way after me that have blown by me. I mean, 10,000 subscribers already when I had 500 and they had 10. Blown by me. It's a niche market. I get that. I get that some people don't like me. I get that I can be opinionated. Well, anybody that does this can be opinionated. And I lost my passion for writing. I really did. I felt like it didn't make. I wrote articles that just didn't get read. And there's people out there that did read them, but when you spend 5 hours writing an article and only 100 people read it, if 100 people read it, you don't feel like that's the ROI that you need, right? And that hurt Elaine a lot. I was not getting the ROI. I don't get the ROI on this show. I really don't. But why not? Why stop? I could stop, and I have thought about it. I really have. But if I stop doing this show, somebody else wins. I don't want that. I really don't want that. I want this show for me. I started this show because I needed some form of therapy. I needed an outlet. I needed a way to connect. I wasn't doing very good connecting to people. I wasn't. I needed a way to connect. I didn't understand what Twitter was or how Twitter worked. I didn't understand how Facebook worked. I didn't understand the trolling and all of that stuff. I did not understand it. But I took a chance. Right? I mean, I've thought about starting to do some of the pre-recorded shows again. Some of the pre-recorded things. I've thought about it. Right now I don't have the energy, and I don't know if I have enough space to do it like I used to. I'd have to make some changes, but I'm not sure what's the best way. Well, it's not, sometimes you can do something that you want and still lose the passion for it. And you know what? You can still have the passion for it and not do it. It kind of goes in the same. I can't even pronounce that, let alone spell it. Ashley, give you a lot of credit. I have no clue. Ash, I wish I could help you, man. I really do. I want chili now. Right? I know the show goes off the rails sometimes. I know it does. I know there's guys out there like Matt Lowe and Ryan Green and a few others that try and get my goat. McDavid MVP, Redbeard, story so far, Vince. I know that. I got it. No problem. Right? And sometimes I play into it. Sometimes I don't. Right? You know, I see what I see, they see what they see, and we go from there. Right? Oh, Marianne Holmes, thank you. Thank you so much, lady. Oh man, I kind of lost my place. Oh, there you go, Ash. Make a song about it. I actually thought there was a song about. Remember hearing something a song about the digestive system. You might want to look that up, Ashley, online on YouTube. Digestive system song. I actually think there is a song about the digestive system. No. You can write one for you, but you know, my digestive system does enough singing that I don't need any more. That one for the bones. I actually think there is one for the digestive system. I don't know. For some reason, I just remember something like that. It figures I would remember something that crazy and that stupid. Oh my goodness. See? I knew it. Hey, Jason Langford. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, my friend? Evening. Show's going off the rails, by the way. Just so you know. Here you go, Ashley.
The digestive process breaks down food to turn it to body fuel. Before food gets to your mouth, sensing its presence will make you drool. Mastication or chewing causes mechanical digestion, all while your salivary enzymes cause chemical digestion. Chewing increases surface area, it's handled by pearly white. So enzymes like amylase, lingual lipase can attack all sites. Mucus in saliva lubricates the product, now a bolus. It's swallowed by way of the pharynx into the esophagus. In deglutitions, oral phase, food from the tongue's back starts descent of palate rises, tongue rolls back, food into the pharynx is sent. The pharynx phase, the epiglottis closes, and choking it does prevent. The upper esophageal sphincter, the...
No sound? Were you guys not getting any sound? Were you guys not getting any sound? Hey, sorry, man. I'm doing like 9 different things. I always do that. Okay, Shaki got sound. Ashley, I think you had your sound turned down. All right, that was for Ashley. So I knew I knew there was a song about it. I really did. And I think it gets all the way through it. So maybe that'll help you, Ash. Maybe that'll help you. The Thunderbirds are losing 3-2. Where are we at? So is it time for Chief to bring out his inner Herb Brooks? I don't know what Berube needs to do right now, because be honest, I think Berube's lost the locker room. Chris Shockey, thanks for the thumb in the air. Jason Langford, thank you too. I really appreciate it. I sent the link, Ash. I don't know how much help that's going to be, but I always remembered. I don't know. I remember there being a song about digestion. You know, Jason, I absolutely believe that. I really do. And he's got to get it back, right? I do. I can remember, and you don't have to go very far back. October, November, December, 2018. This team was absolutely, completely broken from top to bottom. They were lost. The coach had lost everything. Yeah, the early 2000s. Well, in the early 2000s, that was that had a lot more to do with that had a lot more to do with poor ownership and a poor decision, right? Well, and it's actually after 2005, after the 2004 strike. August says, good to see you, Guy. Thank you, sir. Not sure what the Blues need to do, but got to change soon. I agree. Stars, Jets. And he said, Stars again got 2 points today. Yeah, I agree, but I don't see the same hope we had in 19. Oh, Avs. Yeah, the Avs, you know, swept in the European series, the, you know, whatever they call it over there. In the early 2000s, we had a strike, and the team we knew was rebuilding. This team was supposed to compete. Jason, I agree. I agree with you on that. See, I think the Lowrys made a big-ass mistake, right? They made a big mistake in 2003 when they wanted to sell the team by trading everybody away to you know, try and make the books look better. What they should have been selling was that record-breaking playoff streak, right? Because we could have broken the record, and they had the players to do it. Now they could have reworked some salaries. There's things that could have been done before the salary cap hit, but they just got it. They just dumped everything, and it took this team a while. I think this team didn't miss the playoffs for like 5 straight years, didn't it? I mean, they missed it in 5, 6, 7, 8. I think in 9 they made back, and then 10 they missed, and then 11 they started a streak that went to 17. 17, 18, right? If I might be a little off, but that's what I think it was. Okay, Ash, have fun. I hope I helped you a little bit. Right? I hope I helped you a little bit. BlueNote Fan Report. We help Ashley do her study for her digestive system test. You know, this is, hey guys, I call this a bitch and pitch. So tell me what you think's wrong and how to fix it, and what you think we need to do to fix it, right? You know, first of all, we have games in hand on everybody. We have games in hand on everybody, and that's something to not take lightly. But we are falling behind. It is going to take a good shakeup. Now, I will say this: there are at least 3 or 4 players that I can look at and I can say are not the problem, 100%. Right? 100%. I say Tarasenko, Bushnevich, Bennington are have not shown me anything that they're not playing to their best. Shin is close, right? Thomas is not performing on the scoreboard, but I don't want to say he's playing bad. Cairo is lost. Yeah, well, I don't get to set clocks back. We don't observe daylight savings time here. And actually, if they don't change them again, I'll be happy because you guys will only be 4 hours back. And it'll make things really good. Ryan O'Reilly is having an awful season. Things wrong with this team right now, just on the surface. Defense looks lost on every shift. Offense has more passes to the opposing team than their teammates. Goalies have zero support and have lost mentally while playing. I don't think the goalies have lost mentally. Coach has lost the team. We overspent on Cairo in many years. Only 4 guys are working hard. I don't think we overspent on Cairo. I really don't. I think locking Cairo up now is a smart decision. Sometimes those, that you have a bad year in there, right? And you get that. You understand that. But I think Cairo is I think Cairo has the ability to be that superstar. I'll tell you what. I think Cairo needs a new coach. I don't think Berube knows how to coach Cairo. And that's an issue, right? And they didn't bring in a coach. When Montgomery left, you really look at the coaches, they're all defensive coaches, right? I mean, even Steve Ott, who's running the power play, was more of a defensive player than he was an offensive player. Oh, I'll agree with that, Jason. I'll absolutely agree with that. Right? You said 4 play. Who are your 4 guys that you think are playing? Are working hard. Who are your 4 guys? I know who mine are. I want to know who yours are. Right? I want to know who yours are, Jason. I keep forgetting you guys are on about a 15-minute delay on me. Or 15-second. I'm sorry, 15-second delay. Where are we at? Sorry, I was just looking at something, guys. I'm out in left field again. Oh, we're so used to that, aren't we? Aren't we? Where are we at in here? Let me see. Tarasenko, Thomas, Shen, and Falk. I'll agree with you on 2 of those. Jason. I didn't say Falk, but yeah, Falk has been one. And I don't think you can. I think you got to put Bennington in there because Bennington. I mean, really, in all actuality, I think Bennington's allowed 3 goals in this season that were on him, all season, right? Vladdy, Benny, Butch, Krug, and Falk. Okay, Mary, I'm okay with that list. So who are we coming back? So we got coming status that might help. Well, Saad could help. That could be a bigger loss than we thought. Yeah, but I don't count that completely against him, Jason, because again, he's coming back from injury and he might have been forced back. Oh, August, you're absolutely right, man. It is a very tough week. Tough week. And we need to go 3 for 3 or 2 for 2. We need to go 3-0-0 or 2-0-1. Anything other than that is a failure. Right? It really is. You need to be 2-0-1 in that. Anything else is a failure. Yeah. Absolutely. But those aren't on Pennington. Right? Those are not on Pennington. Yeah, well, hopefully he can get back. I agree with that, Mary. I can add Walker to the workers list, but he's been down more than he's been up now. Right? Matt Lowe's here. I don't know, man. Hey, man. Wow, 11 people watching. Well, I came on an hour early today. Right? I don't know. I just didn't want to come on it. I just decided to come on a little earlier. Just give myself some talking time. Just kind of enjoy things a little bit. See how things are. Right? Where are we at? Sorry. Where are we at here? I'm kind of lost on a few things. Okay, let's get back now. Jason Lang, correct. Defense needs to be a little bit better. Okay, a lot better. Can we skip the second period? That's the funny thing, how it flipped. In 21, the second period was our worst period. In 21-22, it became our best period. Now it's back to being our worst. Biggest thing I've seen that tells me the team has quit it is the amount of guys colliding with each other all over the ice. Know that they're working on that in practice and they just step on the ice and forget their roles. Line switching is at an all-time high this early on. Yeah, Jason, you're dead on, bud. Dead on. And I'll tell you what, the easiest fix, the thing that I think is the easiest to fix is the neutral zone. Do not stand at the blue line. Move. If you get to the line and the puck isn't to you yet, circle back around. Right? Get off. Make it to where that puck is coming to you and you're moving forward. Be moving forward with that puck. Right? Because you can go right by the guy because he's turned around. He's got to get started and he's turned around. You can beat him to the puck. You can get right by him. I haven't. This is something that just came out, and I don't know enough about it right now. Now, I did read Jackie Redmond, I think that's her last name, Redmond, put out retweeted a letter that the family of the kid sent. And apparently this guy, when he was 14, was a bully to a special needs kid. And he was an extreme bully. I don't know enough about the situation to comment. But to me, well, here's the thing. Has the league investigated this like they did the Ian Cole thing? Right? Because I'll be honest with you, that Ian Cole thing is even worse. But we don't know where it is. Have you ever seen a team that had this hard of a time controlling the puck? The amount of time the puck is on a Blues player's stick, it's ludicrous, losing pucks while trying to enter zone, passes 3 to 4 feet off the line. As soon as we get it, seems like we want to give it away. It's a hot potato out there. Jason, I go back to 18, the beginning of 18. This was the same thing that was happening in 18. Yeah, Marianne says stop the blind passes. I don't really want to get into the Mitchell kid thing. Actually, Mary, because I did something, I had it on there, and I didn't do it yesterday. I actually got to go find it. I don't know where it is. Well, he took a chance. Okay, you got to understand that if those guys come out and they have the seasons that everybody expected them to have, they wouldn't have got him at $8 million. They would have got him a much more than that, right? They would have taken it. No, they wouldn't have. Kyron may be fast, but not worth $8 million. Screwed up big time on the deal. 90-91 will test the market because of that. Cap space, guy, you're a stat man, and it might. And right, it's not lying. I'm not sure what you're saying there, bud. Right? Well, Dale, if those guys had those years and they're good, and their agent says we got teams out there that are willing to pay you 10 and 11 mil a year. Yeah, there's a lot going on with that, and I want to keep away from it right now, right? I really want to keep away from it right now, because I'll be honest with you. What you do in your private life should not affect your professional life. It shouldn't. It does, but it shouldn't. Is the kid a dick? Maybe. A lot of hockey players were probably dicks. Right? I've heard stories. I love Brett Hull. I've heard stories about him. Good and bad. I know people that cannot stand him because of an interaction with him. Right? Now, I will say this. If this was 30 years ago, if this was in the 70s and the 80s, 30, 40, 50 years ago, none of this would have mattered. None of this would have mattered. It wouldn't have. It really wouldn't have. Now, we have changed as a society, and that's a good thing. But at the same time, this is this man's livelihood. Right? This is this man's livelihood. I think that, I'll tell you what, if I'm him, I sue the league. I absolutely sue the league. I do. I sue the league. Yeah, I think you're dead on there just with your first sentence. Right? This Berube-Kyrou issue, I think it's also affecting Thomas as well. Berube has to understand hockey has evolved, and he has to do the one thing that he hasn't ever done, treat each player as an individual. Not all guys can play the style of hockey. He needs to let those guys off the chains. I'm with you. A kid named Mitch something. Mitch. Let me see. Mitchell something. I don't remember his last name. There was some stuff on him on Twitter. Apparently, when he was younger, when he was 14, maybe a little bit younger than that, he bullied a special needs kid. It seems like who just wanted to fit in, and you know, again, you know, I've talked about this at length. I was bullied as a kid. Man, as soon as I got in Penn Junction, Mitchell Miller, thank you, Jason. As soon as I got in Penn Junction, in kindergarten, we had a half-day kindergarten back then, and I think I was in the afternoon class, and by first grade, I was getting bullied. I was getting separated out. First grade, 6 years old. 6 years old, I was already being separated. Second grade, same thing, right? Second grade, same thing. Third grade, I spent the majority of third grade not even going to my school, going to another school in a class with 9 students called DEP, Developing Effective Pupil Teacher Horizons. And it was supposed to make me a better student or whatever, and it never addressed. I didn't see the game, to be honest. Yesterday and today, this morning, I wasn't feeling great. Super depressed and just didn't watch TV. I haven't been able to really watch TV. I haven't watched any program for a couple of days now. I tried to watch Acapulco, which is on Apple Plus, a program I really love. They just started the second season, and I really couldn't watch it. No one should be banned from the league over stuff they did at 14. If we did that everywhere, no one would have jobs. You know, I don't want to call it. I got to be careful with using terms like cancel culture. Okay. I'm very concerned about the way we use political terms, right? Because a lot of times we use political terms and they don't work, right? Like for instance, when you tell somebody they're woke, what you're meaning is that they have dumb thoughts, stupid thoughts, right? However, the word woke means to awake, to refreshen, to understand. So you're telling somebody by using that word that they are refreshing, they're understanding, they become awake to what things really are. That's why I don't like using, and I got a couple other ones, and I'm not going to get political on here. I will never get political. That's why I'm very careful about using political terms, right? Yes, I do. Well, actually, to me, they are, but that's just how I feel. I'm not going to get political, so let's stop there. Remember you know what? With a name like Guy, I knew what gay was. I'm telling you, I knew what gay was by the time I was 5 years old. 5 years old. Trust me, kids would take my name and turn it into gay every day. Every day. Right? Let's not get political, guys. You know, in fact, we're going there. So you know what? Instead of, I went down a rabbit hole. I'm sorry. Oh yeah. I had a guy that I had a Korean guy that I worked with in the Navy. And his last name was An, A-N. He worked at Sears with me. They had to use his last name on his name tag because his first name was Dong, D-O-N-G. Right? Oh man, who was it? I want to say, do you guys remember the comedian Gallagher? Um, Marianne's husband, Gallagher. He had a joke, right? Yeah. He had a joke. I remember one of his specials, and he talked about the Japanese company Wang, and I don't know, it might not have been the Japanese company. It was probably Wang is probably a Chinese. Wow, we let them name their company Wang. Oh, that must be a hell of a. You know, we do that. We take names and we figure out ways to make fun of them, right? I mean, to be honest, and I think I've talked about my Bensing is an adoptive name. That's not my last name. Right? And I don't use I'm embarrassed by my original last name, and I shouldn't be. But it was made fun of, left, right, and center. That's why I changed it in the second grade. I didn't tell people my last name for the longest time. A lot of people don't know it, and you know, it's a synonym for stupid. It's been used for stupid. I had a girlfriend. I don't want to say girlfriend. A girl I was trying to date used the term on me in a stupid way, and I just kind of like stared at her because she knew what my original last name was because my sister kept it. My sister didn't change her name. She kept her original name. I changed mine before I went in the, well, I common law changed it when I went in the Navy, but when I got married, I came back and changed it legally. Right? So you know, that's why, you know, I just look at things that way. You know? I look at some of the guys that bullied me, right? One of the guys that used to bully me was friended me on Facebook, and then I found out that he went through a really tough time. I don't know what happened. He ended up dying, right? And I don't know if it was drug related or whatever, but his family sent me something. You know, hey, this that we know you're a friend of him. Would you like to do that? And I just responded, I'm not going to speak ill of him, but no. Right? I didn't want to speak ill of him, and I've had a couple of guys that I know that bullied me when I was a kid that have passed, and I've been asked to help, and I tried to help one of them, but then I decided not to. Right? My heart's been stomped on enough, plain and simple. Well, guys, this is another show that went completely off the rail, and we're a little over an hour. I think that's more than enough time. I appreciate everybody that stayed with me. Big old thank you to Chris Shockey, Jason Lankford, Marianne Holmes, Matt Park, Ashley Jones, and Jason Nichols for putting those thumbs in the air. I appreciate them a lot. Thank you so much. We will not have a show tomorrow. I will be back for Saturday. Not sure what time. It'll be a half hour before game time. I think it'll be 5:30 your guys' time, which should be 1:30 my time. But I got to double check because of the time change. It messes things up. So, yeah, yeah, we're in Boston. We're in Boston. We will take on Boston. All right, we're in Boston and in Philadelphia the next night, Monday and Tuesday. All right, so you guys have a great night. So 6 your time, so 5:30, go back 4 hours, should be 1:30. So I'll be on at 1:30. 1:30, right? Okay, guys, have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha, mahalo, and I'll catch you again on the next Blue Note Fan Report. And don't forget,
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
that's right, I'm bleeding blue with you, and let's go Blues. I say again, aloha, mahalo, and let's go Blues.